Gogglebox turned ordinary living rooms into gold and had people hooked to their show. But what happened to the originals who made us laugh from their sofas? Let's see where they are now. Let's begin with Stephen Webb, the Brighton-based hairdresser with fabulous hair and candid commentary. He is one of the OGs who graced our screens from the first season. He debuted alongside his ex, Chris. Later, he appeared with his husband, Daniel. In 2023, Stephen decided to drop his remote after a decade, explaining he had become very bored with the show. Well, where is he now? He and his husband got a divorce. Yep, they did. Even though they still co-own a hair salon and still live together in a £575,000 property. Currently, he is part of the cast of Celebs Go Dating and was also announced to appear in Dancing on Ice. Chris Ashby-Steed, Stephen Webb's original sofa buddy and ex-partner, left the show in 2017. Before he exited the sofa, we all loved his wit. But even with the cameras to his face, there was a lot we did not see. After leaving the show, Chris finally explained that he suffered a lot of anxiety while on the show and even had a bit of imposter syndrome. So after leaving the show, Chris stepped back from the limelight. He married his partner, Tony, and the couple relocated to Wales after buying a stunning family home in the town of Newcastle Emlyn. He and his former boyfriend, Steve, appear to have remained cool. Leon and June were the old and adorable Liverpool couple who gave us relationship goals with their affectionate bickering. Their deep bond made viewers fall in love with them immediately. Unfortunately, Leon passed away in December 2017 at the age of 83 after a short illness. His passing was deeply mourned by his wife, his fans, and the entire Gogglebox community. After his death, June Bernikoff continued to live in Liverpool but chose not to return to Gogglebox. She focused on writing and publishing a memoir titled Leon and June: Our Story, Life, Love and Laughter in 2018, which chronicled their love story and time on the show. June finally passed away 3 years later, in May 2020, at the age of 82, following a short illness. Steph and Dom were quite a posh couple who made drinking on a Tuesday night seem sophisticated. They were best known on the show for not ever being without a glass of bubbles in their hand. After 4 years on Gogglebox, the pair quit to go on to other projects and to continue running their bed and breakfast, The Salutation, in Kent. They appeared on various reality shows like Four in a Bed, Celebrity MasterChef, and The Jump. They even took to the stage for 2017's Let's Sing and Dance for Comic Relief to perform Dead Ringer for Love by Meatloaf and Cher. They recently hosted their very last talk radio show after a 20-month stint on the airwaves. Currently, they have a book together. The Siddiqus, Darby's finest trio, who turned telly-watching into a family sport. There is Sid, the dad with the practiced sarcasm, Boss Sid, the teacher who grades TV shows, and Umar. On screen, the trio seems extroverted with their quick humor. But off-screen, they live very quiet lives. Sid and Basit have been happily married for years too. Basit left his teaching career of 10 years to start his own business. Umar still works as a biomedical scientist. And their father, Sid, is enjoying retirement by appearing on the show and spending time with his grandchildren. All are alive and continue to appear on Gogglebox. Sandra Martin's life changed in 2013 when she was approached by a Channel 4 production member to become a cast member of Gogglebox. Before then, she was living off benefits. When she was asked if there was anyone who could appear with her, she suggested her friend Sandy Bogle. Everyone loved Sandra because of her infectious laughter, but Sandra Martin announced her departure from the show in July 2017. She has since made various television appearances like 100 Years Younger, in 21 Days in 2018, and Dragony Ants in 2020. But she is currently back to living on state benefits and living in temporary homes. Even with her poor living conditions, she now enjoys free trips gifted by fans. A lot of people don't know this, but Sandy Bogle is Naomi Campbell's cousin. On Gogglebox, she matches Sandra's infectious laughter with her unfiltered opinions. Sandy left the show after 8 series in 2016 to pursue other ventures. Sandy has since been on several other reality TV shows, including Celebrity Big Brother in 2017 and Celebrity Fit Farm. She also released her debut single, Casanova, on Devu Records in 2016. Her friendship with Sandra continues to wax strong, and in August last year, she hinted that they've got a big project coming up together. Sandy is currently 60 years old and continues to engage with various media projects. The Tappers, Jonathan, Nikki, Josh, and Amy, are the typical London family who make us all feel better about our own TV habits. They were part of Gogglebox from 2013 until they exited the show in 2018. With the money they got from the show, they extended their home in northwest London. They became famous, attended award nights, and even presented the Best Judge Award at the NTA's Live from their sofa. But Nikki remained a nursery manager, Jonathan, a private hire driver, and the children still went to school every day. The kids are grown up now. Josh dabbled in politics and even landed a gig with the UK government. Amy ventured into reality TV with Celebs Go Dating and even began a health and fitness journey. Did you forget the Goth family? Because we didn't. They were a very unique part of the show. There was a German-born dad, Ralph, a British mom, Viv, and daughter Eve, and of course, Eve's then-boyfriend, Silent J. Ralph liked to take digs at the English. Their family dynamic made their scenes memorable. Silent J later revealed that they edited his speaking scenes out to keep the illusion of him being quiet. Mum Viv, now 58, runs a shop called Twilight, which sells goth-themed goods. Ralph, 60, works for an electronics company, a Bosch, and plays in a heavy metal band, Citizen Zen. Their daughter Eve is now 28 and owns a tattoo studio, Pretty Inked. She got engaged in 2020, while Jay has been working at Babar Fleet Street. The Michaels were so easy to love because of their easy humor and pretty faces. The Michaels were Andrew and Caroline, and their children Alex and Lewis. They briefly left the show in 2014 when Andrew pursued a political career with UKIP, but returned after he lost the election. Unfortunately, their father Andrew passed away in 2021 at the age of 61. Carolyn and the children immediately pulled out of the show and have since lived private lives. Louise studied at the University of Chester, where Alex received a master's in computer science. At the same time, their mother works in Brighton as a spiritual counselor and soul plan reader. By far, the most tragic family has to be the Clacton trio. Linda, her husband Pete, and her son George Gilby made up this trio. The family first appeared on the second series, but were dropped the following year when Gilby signed up for Celebrity Big Brother in 2014 and reached the final. Away from the big screen, Linda and Pete were dedicated foster carers and provided a home to over 100 children for over 20 years. Unfortunately, Pete passed away in June 2021 at the age of 71 due to bowel cancer. Unfortunately, again, her son George died tragically in 2024 after falling to his death. He told his mom he loved He'd before passing. Now in her early 70s, Linda has suffered from Parkinson's disease and a stroke. George Gilby, son of Linda McGarry, first appeared on Gogglebox in its second series in 2013. Known for his lively personality, George later participated in Celebrity Big Brother in 2014, where he finished in 4th place. After leaving Gogglebox in 2018, he pursued work as an electrician. Unfortunately, he passed away on March 27, 2024, at the age of 40, after he fell from a plastic skylight while fixing a warehouse roof in Shoeburyness, Essex, in March. Gilby suffered traumatic injuries to his head and torso from the fall and immediately died at the scene. George's mother, Linda, said that his last words to her were, "I love you." Before he died, he was saving money to move closer to his daughter in London. Reverend Kate and her husband Graham brought a divine touch to Gogglebox with their appearances from 2014. After Gogglebox, Kate became a regular on BBC Radio 2, presenting Good Morning Sunday. She's also graced shows like Celebrity MasterChef and Richard Osman's House of Games. Now in her early 50s, Kate continues to blend faith with fun. She has written for The Guardian, The Independent, The Times Educational Supplement, and Radio Times on topics of religious faith, television, and education. She married her husband, Graham Botley, in May 1998 in Sheffield. They have 2 children, 1 son and 1 daughter. Botley is a former rugby player and a regular open water swimmer. The Malone family, Tom, the father, Julie, the mother, Tom Jr. and Sean, became popular because of their beloved dogs. Away from Gogglebox, Tom is 65 and a lorry driver, while Julie is a receptionist. Tom Jr. works as a freelance model and street dance choreographer. He is so good that he has performed with the Black Eyed Peas. He also opened up about his autism on TikTok. He has since become an ambassador for the National Autistic Society. As for Sean, he is a football coach and an advocate for disability sports. He has a son now, named Lewis. But the family faced some tragedy in 2023 when they lost Dave, their beloved Rottweiler. They continue to appear on Gogglebox. Mary Cook delighted audiences with her very infectious charm alongside her friend Marina Wingrove. The duo, residing in the same retirement village in Bristol, first appeared on the show in 2016. Mary lived a vibrant life, working in the hospitality industry and experiencing the joys of motherhood, grandmotherhood, and great-grandmotherhood. Beyond the screen, Mary was known for her love of singing. A heartwarming moment was captured when she performed a cover of My Way for her birthday. Unfortunately, Mary passed away in August 2021 at the age of 92. Her family confirmed her death, stating she passed away in the hospital with her loved ones by her side. Marina Wingrove appeared on Gogglebox with her close friend, Mary Cook, from 2016 until Mary's passing in 2021. Their delightful banter made them stand out on the show. Following Mary's death, Marina chose not to return to Gogglebox. Currently, Marina is 90 years old and continues to live in Bristol. Beyond the screen, she was deeply committed to charitable endeavors. Over 17 years, she organized events such as coffee mornings, afternoon teas, and Christmas fairs, raising over £41,000 for various causes, including Macmillan, Great Western Air Ambulance Charity, and Children's Hospice Southwest. In October 2024, she announced her retirement from fundraising, but her legacy of kindness continues. The Baggs family from Essex, parents Terry and Lisa, and sons Joe and George joined Gogglebox in later seasons, but quickly became fan favorites. However, they left the show because Joe couldn't see himself in the Gogglebox cycle any longer. Right now, Joe has 1.7 million followers and 127.8 million likes, which has led to him winning brand deals with big names like Netflix, Amazon, Spotify, Burger King, and Fanta. George and Joe also had their own podcast called Not My Bag. They have had plenty of celebrity guests join them, including Love Island's Chloe Burrows. Currently, Terry and Lisa enjoy romantic UK getaways together, while George and Joe love jet-setting around the world. Okay, this is one family some fans instantly disliked because of their wealth and posh personalities. The Delaney Elwoods appeared on the show in 2016 and left in 2017. The family consisted of parents, Tony and Jeffrey, and teen daughters, Jessica and Elizabeth. The family bought a central London apartment at King's Chelsea, which was a 7.5-acre building sitting in a secluded, manicured garden. Jeffrey is a retired chief executive in the chemical industry and later became a magistrate. Their daughter, Jessica, is also a social media manager and the co-founder of It's Giving Social. They continue to share snaps of themselves on sunny holidays on social media. The Allen family, featuring Charlotte, Gemma, and Louise, appeared on Gogglebox during its initial seasons. They were quite a fun family and seemed to know exactly how to enjoy each other's company. Their banter was entertaining, and they blended well into the show. They were appreciated for their candid commentary and familial bond. Since they left Gogglebox, the Allens have kept a really low profile and have chosen to live away from the media spotlight. It is believed Charlotte was working in the fashion industry when she joined Gogglebox. The three sisters from Essex who were still living with their parents lasted only 2 series. Charlotte, Gemma, and Louise's Twitter profiles are still active. However, their latest post was in 2017. The McCormicks from Glasgow, Scott, Georgia, and their son, Isaac, were among the first Scottish families featured on Gogglebox. Their strong Glaswegian accents made them quite unique. But did you know Georgia and Scott had a younger son, Archie, who never appeared on the show? Their time on the show was brief, as they left after only 2 seasons. Then, Scott returned to being an aeronautical engineer and actually spent 22 years in the RAF, while Georgia is a hairdressing tutor. Isaac is now in his early 20s and is reportedly studying computer science at a university. Currently, Scott is 52, Georgia is 50, and Isaac is 22. Which of these casts is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Also, subscribe so you don't miss our next video.